I won't say you're perfect, we all know you're not, but hey, you're the best kind of weird that I got.
Hi, this is Ask a Married Couple. I'm Brent.
I'm Natasha.
We're married. Does that make us even remotely qualified to give you any sort of advice on relationships, marriage, dating, any of that crap? Absolutely not. No, it doesn't. But are we right?
Yes, we are.
Damn straight. Somebody was asking us why we chose such a boring title, Ask a Married Couple. I mean, we're obviously married. We were going to call it Serving, but I don't think I'm the right demographic to make that work, so married couple it is. Today's episode has a bit of a theme. We're going to talk about some fragile masculinity, which is always fun. Let's get into them letters. First one, am I the asshole? Username Mania12K. Am I the asshole for letting other people take my kids and I to Disney when I knew my husband would not be okay with it? I, 25 female, have a husband, Corey, 28 male, and we have a son, Grady, 6 male, and a daughter, Nina, 5 female. We are not by any means a wealthy family, but we do all right. We don't worry about being able to have food or lose our apartment, but we rarely get extras like new toys or eating out. Whenever we go out with other people, he never lets them pay and insists on paying for them, even if they have a lot more money than us. Other times, when my parents have offered to do small things for us, or when they got us anything he deemed too much, he would not let us accept it. He hates the idea of having any handouts at all and gets very upset about it. We've argued a few times about it, but since he clearly cares about it so much, I just tend to go with it. Now, last week was Grady's 6th birthday. We typically do a family thing on his real birthday and do a party with his friends another day, but this year Corey wasn't able to get work off on that day, so we decided to have the party on his real birthday. He wanted to invite everyone in his class of 23 kids, and I thought that was great. He was super excited and worked hard to be able to help plan and set up the party. About an hour into the party, no one had shown up, and Grady was very upset. Then someone finally did come. It was a girl from his class, Simone, and her parents. I knew who they were, and we were on friendly terms, but not really friends. Grady was happy someone had come, but was still very upset that none of the other friends came. Simone's parents and I got to talking, and since no one else had come, they offered for us to all go to Disney World together. We live about an hour away now, but had never been before, and this family goes there quite frequently. They offered to pay for everything, and I tried to deny and say it was too much, but they insisted that it wouldn't be an issue, so I agreed. All of us went and drove to Disney and spent the day there. Everyone had a really great time, and it saved Grady's birthday. When Corey found out later that day, he was furious and told me I was wrong for letting them spend so much on us. He's still mad at me and thinks I should let him take on more control of our finances since I have proven to be untrustworthy. I feel really bad for what I did, but at the same time, I think it was a good call so that Grady would have a nice birthday. Wow. So, short take, the father's pride is more important to him than his son's happiness on his birthday. What do you think about it?
One, he sounds awful. It's one thing to have pride, but earlier in this letter, she said they don't have the money for extras, but he insists on paying and treating other people when they go out to dinner and they can't afford it. So he is all about appearances and wanting it to appear as if they are doing better than they actually are.
And it seems that he's fine with doing that to the detriment of his own family's well-being and happiness.
Right.
Okay. My man, have you ever heard the term, it takes a village? When somebody does you a solid, you don't reject the solid. It's perfectly fine to accept the solid and pay it forward someday. Do somebody else a solid. Somebody loans you money, make sure you loan somebody else money. Somebody gives you a gift, make sure you're a gift giver at some point. This whole, we don't take handouts, even from the family's trying to be good grandparents. These people clearly saw a kid who was suffering and tried to make his day better. And the dad has to shit on that. That's bothersome.
Right. There is nothing wrong with what this woman did in accepting the day trip to Disney. That was so lovely of these people to offer it.
Good eggs.
Absolutely. Good eggs. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. Nobody showed up to his party.
Yeah. I've got a son, and we always, it's so easy nowadays, and I guess it always has been, but it's so easy to just not do something. Yeah. Whenever we got invitations to parties, I made sure we went, especially if it was on a Saturday, if I was doing nothing else, even if I was doing something else. we would make sure to go to that kid's party because you don't know who else is going to show up. You can't just assume that he's a popular kid, that 30 kids are going to show up. You might be one of 5 kids there. And that's been the case several times when we've gone to parties for these kids. But yeah, I'm really glad that they were able to take a kind of a shitty situation and turn it into a really awesome day that Grady and his sister and Grady's mom will remember for the rest of their life, whether their dad wants them to or not. The dad would have rather the kid have a shitty day and remember how shitty. I mean, okay, let's call a spade here. This kid is going to grow up knowing how shitty his dad is.
Yeah.
If they don't get divorced. Now to the real problem. If you didn't think that was bad enough, Corey is using what he considers a violation on the behalf of his wife to take control of the finances.
Right. He has deemed her financially irresponsible.
She's untrustworthy.
She's untrustworthy.
Oh, yeah.
In what world would that make somebody untrustworthy to accept a generous, thoughtful, kind gift from someone else?
Well, especially financially untrustworthy because they literally got a pretty damn good deal with that free trip to Disney.
Right. No, he's angry that someone else treated them. I don't know if he would have preferred his wife slap down a credit card and say, no, we'll treat everybody, to make it appear that they have the ability to do that when clearly they don't.
If she would have done that, he would have also shit on her because he wasn't there to give her the permission, and he's got to be in control because he's a fragile man, which is the theme of this day's show.
Yeah, King Baby.
King Baby. This guy Corey, I think couples counseling could help these guys.
Yeah.
If Corey were willing to actually sit down and realize he's got a bit of a problem. It might stem from his own childhood, what he learned from his male relatives. I don't know. But this need to not necessarily be a top-tier provider, but appear to be this top-tier provider is the priority for him, and that's kind of fucked up. He's got to take into account what his kids need emotionally as well as financially, what his wife needs, especially emotionally, because I doubt she's getting much of that. And hopefully they can move forward from there, but damn, this was tough.
Yeah, this is on the verge of financial abuse, if not already being there. Yeah.
That seems to be the road he's trying to pave. Using this as the opportunity to seize a bit of that control from her seems really icky and a bit foreboding.
Right. I don't like this for her at all. If he's open to couples counseling, I'd be surprised if he'd be open to couples counseling since he has a lot of control issues. But she might need to start paving a path out of this relationship if things are to continue on this trajectory, because I don't like this for her.
Yeah. If she doesn't immediately leave, she needs to make a plan to be able to leave. But yeah, not the asshole. You're a good egg. You made your kid's birthday awesome, and that makes you a good mom in my book.
Yeah, you did nothing wrong. Okay, our next letter comes from r/relationship advice. Boyfriend, 34 male, is upset I, 32 female, didn't serve him a plate at Christmas dinner. Oh dear. My boyfriend is upset with me because I didn't make his plate and serve it to him during Christmas. Where do I go from here? Our 5-year anniversary is a couple weeks from now, and we have a 2-year-old. I didn't know anything was wrong until we started the 5-hour drive home after spending the holidays with my family. He was pretty quiet during the whole way and snapped at me when I asked why he was following too close behind a vehicle and also driving fast. As soon as we get home, he leaves without a word for a couple of hours, gets back, and says he went to the mall to buy a couple more gifts and some shoes for himself. I'm annoyed because I have been telling him for weeks to pick out shoes, and I will buy them for his upcoming birthday. He's really hard to shop for and picky about his clothes. So I asked him why he bought himself shoes when I wanted to buy him some as a gift. He says in a rude tone, "Send me $100 then, because that's how much they were." I finally asked him what his problem was, and he was upset that I didn't make him a plate. Oh my God. I spent over 4 hours cooking for my whole family, also cooked for Christmas Eve the day before. I was tired. The holidays were exhausting. I couldn't believe he was upset about that. He seemed annoyed on Boxing Day because we ordered pizza and I made a plate for my stepfather who uses a cane. I told him to make himself a plate and he just sat there. He also said I barely looked at him during our visit, and if I did, I didn't smile or look at him lovingly. Like I said, I was tired, My 2-year-old was also extra clingy, so I felt overstimulated and just tried to be present with my family. Lastly, he was mad because I didn't go sledding with him and my family. Oh, this guy. I stayed back with my sister and baby niece, and we watched a rom-com. I wanted to relax and have some me time, and he was upset about that, saying I just wanted to go on my phone, which I did. I got to watch TikToks and just scroll for a bit. Anyway, after we got home and had this conversation, I left upset and went to have dinner by myself while he took our child for a walk. As soon as I got home, he left again and didn't come back for 4 hours. We have barely spoken, and I didn't want to be the one to sit down and start this conversation, to coddle him and make him feel better. I'm so sick of this. Where do I go from here?
Needy guys, gotta love them.
Another king baby.
He's creating problems that don't exist because he wants to be mad. That's what it sounds like to me.
Right. So there is a lot that is wrong here.
Yes, he's acting like a bitch all day. Doesn't tell her why. Then hours and hours later, it's because you didn't make me a plate, and you made your
Stepfather who
disabled stepfather
uses a cane.
So that tells me this thing was probably buffet style. I'd say everybody was just up getting their own plates.
Probably.
And this poor guy could barely walk, and so she gives him a plate because, again, good egg.
Right.
And, well, I sat here and you didn't put a plate of food on my lap. No. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. He's such an asshole. I feel so bad for her that they share a child together. Let's get back to earlier in the letter. He was quiet pretty much the whole way and snapped at me when I asked why he was following too close behind a vehicle and also driving fast.
Oh, because he was driving mad.
That's absolutely an abuser tactic. He was trying to scare her.
I'm going to let you know I'm mad. I'm too big of a baby to tell you why. But here, let me
drive
do dangerous
recklessly.
shit. Yeah.
Let me be reckless.
Fuck this guy entirely.
Follow very close behind another vehicle and going way too fast.
Yeah. My gut tells me he is unhappy in the relationship and he doesn't have the balls to tell her why. And he doesn't have the communication skills to get past the problem. So he just lashes out. He's a baby. I'd say this is a pretty common problem. I'd say this isn't the first red flag we've seen from this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, is there an update?
There is an update.
Oh, no.
Update. Like an absolute dumbass, I stayed. I cried my eyes out and told him how I felt, and he didn't have anything to say, just that he's sorry and will do better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they always say. We were okay for a week. Today is our 5-year anniversary. Well, it would have been. He broke up with me today. I've had to stay home all week with our child because of a parasite and waiting for tests. On Thursday, I got sick and still am sick with what feels like a chest cold and infection. The morning of our anniversary, he goes rock climbing. God, this guy. I don't know what time he left, but was gone until noon. I was pissed and texted him that it would have been nice to have help while I rested. Yeah. I canceled the reservations I made to the restaurant that we met at. When I told him this, he ripped up the card he got me, told me he's going to stay elsewhere, and we're done. He said I am miserable and just want to be sad and that I make him pay with all the ways my dad failed me. My father could care less about me and I have daddy issues. I don't think I'm being unreasonable for expecting him to spend the whole day or coming back early from climbing. I didn't even get a good morning, happy anniversary text, but it is what it is. Anyways, y'all were right. I knew it in my heart but didn't want to believe it. There's no coming back from this, but I'm okay. Thank you for letting me vent and for all of your advice. It's nice to come back and read all of the positive support. That's one of the things that I love about people writing into Reddit is getting outside perspectives.
Yep.
Because when you're going through situations like this, you feel like you're going crazy and you don't have a proper perspective because you're in it. And it's so hard to see the red flags, to see the abuse and the manipulation tactics when you're right in the middle of it. So people writing in, and then they get these outside perspectives where people are saying, girl, run. Like, this isn't your fault. Yeah. This is him. And so I think that's really good. And also, just real quick, she had a chest cold. And
I didn't care.
The child was sick. She was homesick. And he went rock climbing.
And
what a piece of shit.
He didn't tear the card up until she said that she canceled the dinner. So it wasn't, it was when it affected him, his plans, that he got mad and broke up.
Right. And also keep in mind, maybe she also canceled the dinner because she's sick.
Yeah.
Well, God, this fucking guy.
My advice to her is take the W.
Yeah.
This guy just gave you an easy out. Enjoy that because you just dodged a bullet, ma'am.
Yeah. And Now, obviously, they will have to co-parent together, but this was the best possible outcome, him breaking up with her, because I guarantee you, if she had broken up with him, he would have gone he would have gone off the deep end. She would be in danger.
I doubt her day-to-day is all that much different. I'm wondering how much parenting this guy actually did.
Oh, her day-to-day is going to be much easier.
Yeah. Oh,
it's going to be much, because now she won't have 2 babies to parent, just one.
And she can do it without getting shit on.
Right.
Especially at Christmas.
Right.
I like what you said about an outside perspective, and I think that's kind of what we're providing, because Lord knows this lady wrote into Reddit, but she's not the only one experiencing this particular problem. Right. And a lot of people out there aren't Reddit pilled. They are YouTube pilled.
Yeah.
So, maybe if you know somebody experiencing problems like this and you like what we've said, hey, share the love.
Yeah. Write to us.
Now, our last letter, it kind of illustrates how this whole fragile masculinity, toxic masculinity, alpha male bullshit is not super helpful for men either. It fucks them up just like it fucks women up. This one's from r/relationships, username storytelling2. My girlfriend, 23 female, told me this tonight, 25 male, and it got me thinking how I'm not an alpha male, yet why does she love me? I'm not necessarily complaining, I'm just curious. You hear everywhere that women only like alpha males and avoid all others. I mean, I don't feel the need to dominate everyone around me. I also want to dedicate my life to helping as many people as I can, which I've been told is a beta trait. She sent me this tonight. Quote, this passage from Michael J. Fox's book made me think of you right away. It connects with what you've been working through, I think, and is similar in regards to how much you want to accomplish and help people. So why does my girlfriend love me if women are supposed to only like alpha males? For women who are attracted to beta males, why is she so attracted to you over alpha males? TLDR, I'm not an alpha male, which everyone says women should like, so why does my girl love me? Man, I love you, buddy, but you are right now being everything most women want. You're a good dude who wants to help people. Nobody gives a shit about this alpha stuff. When you say things like, you hear everywhere that women only like alpha males. Okay, where's everywhere? Because you're not going to hear that from me.
Or me.
Or get yourself out of whatever communication media bubble you're in. I don't know if it's your friend group, what you consume on YouTube, what you read on Twitter, but you're in a very small subset of this great wide world of information we have out here, and you're getting all the wrong information. Keep doing what you're doing. She loves you. You're a good dude. Maintain the course, dude.
Let's talk a little bit about the premise of alpha males and where that originated. So apparently that originated with studies on wolves, where they were observing that there was a particular wolf who was the alpha of this pack. And the original researchers have said, no, y'all are misinterpreting that data, because they were the fathers. They were the father wolf. I will speak for myself that when I was dating, I never in a million years would have used the term that I'm looking for an alpha male. I was looking for someone who I shared values with, and I was looking for someone who was smart and ambitious and was caring and loving and was funny. And luckily, I found everything that I was looking for.
Thank you.
Well, it's true. Character was what mattered to me. And from all of my friends who are still single or were still single, none of us said, well, I'm looking for an alpha guy, an alpha Chad. I won't even entertain betas. Normal people don't think in terms of alpha and beta. This is a very specific niche that exists only online. This is not real life.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if this guy, obviously he's getting some bad information.
Yes.
I'm also wondering if he's got self-esteem issues, because he seems to be looking for reasons why this wonderful girl he's found should dump him.
Right.
Why does she love me if women are supposed to only like alpha males? Well, they're not supposed to, man. I'm wondering also whether he has a friend group who aren't doing so well, and they probably consume the same media and the same crap goes into their brains. They're probably telling him, dude, she's great. She's going to dump you because you're not alpha. So they're feeding into his own insecurities. They're trying to, it's like crabs in the bucket. They're not
Yeah.
doing great. They're trying to grab him down and take them into their little incel cave. And that's how that starts, I think. Guys are doing fine. And then this online shit just starts chipping away at what used to be their self-esteem. And all of a sudden, they're not only down on themselves because they can't be this alpha thing that they idolize so much, but they start hating women. And it goes to ugly places after that. And this guy's in a great spot. He just has to pull his head out of whatever sand he's dug himself into and take a look around, take a look at this awesome girl he's found, and just count his blessings, I guess.
Right. I feel like he is potentially in a very precarious situation to sabotage this relationship. So if he continues to listen to this bad messaging of there is one type of man that all women want, if he starts changing his behavior because he just can't accept that this woman loves him for the man that he is, he's going to want to transform himself into an alpha male, and he's going to send that woman packing.
Yeah, I'm afraid for this kid. Yeah, do what you're doing. Don't change yourself for anyone. Listen to her when she tells you what she likes, because she's not lying to you. She loves you.
Right.
Love her. That's a nice spot to end on.
Yeah.
They're usually way more tragic than this. Okay, that's it for today's episode. If you'd like to, please like and subscribe. We'd love it. If not, well, I mean, thanks for watching, I guess. Enjoy our links on the next screen. Enjoy the little music, which we totally have rights to. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I won't say you're perfect. We all know you're not. But hey, you're the best.